What is up, guys? Welcome back to Defi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. If you like the mission, you resonate with the vision, please smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, as well as leave me a comment so that the algorithm can get us out in front of more people and we can grow this team and make an impact. So today I'm talking about one of Drip's best kept secrets. I've honestly looked for a lot of videos on it, and it's not nearly as many on this as there are on the other pieces of Drip, such as the Faucet and the token price and whales and all that. So we're going to get right into it. So you may not have even realized this because I didn't when I first got into Drip, but you have Swap, which is where you exchange your BNB for Drip and where you also sell your Drip. Then you have your Faucet, where all the hydrating and where the bulk of all the players go. But literally right here is the reservoir, and I'm going to actually be purchasing some drop. So the reservoir is basically a liquidity pool stabilizer, if you will. So you know that we have X amount of liquidity on the native DEX here on Drip community, and then we also have the liquidity that's on PancakeSwap that is visible externally. And liquidity is nothing more than the amount of money in the pool to support the token. Well, this native pool here on the reservoir can be backed by buying drops. And we're going to get into the white paper and explain exactly what that means. But in short, you're basically getting a liquidity pool pair of BNB to Drip. But instead of you having to put 50% BNB and 50% Drip, like you would in a normal liquidity pool, that pool pair is actually called drops. So you won't be able to add the drop token or anything like that to your wallet. It will only show up as drops on the UI here. So you actually see your drops here, but you won't have a token or anything that you add to your MetaMask. So let's get into this. Reservoir is a Drip network solution for players that want to benefit from non-inflationary yield farming through adding liquidity to Drip. So that's just what I mentioned. Players can participate by adding BNB to the reservoir contract to earn passive perpetual BNB rewards. So what's important about this is you put BNB in and you're paid out in BNB, while also providing locked liquidity to the Drip ecosystem. BNB rewards are paid out instantly and through a persisting Drip protocol from the dividend pool. So you put BNB in, you get the drop equivalent, basically, which is a one-to-one match of your liquidity pair and the percentage you will own in this pool. And then daily, you're paid out dividends in this. The reservoir helps by providing long-term price support and an ever-rising potential price floor, as permanently locked liquidity is added to the Drip token on the Drip's network swap exchange. So when you put it in here, it goes to support the liquidity, like I said. So you have on the native DEX here on Drip community, you have, let's just say, 40 million or something like that. I don't know what it is. And when you add liquidity on this side, you're getting a portion of the pool and it goes to support that. So if you add another 10 million, that 10 million is added to support the Drip pool. So when people are taking money out, it doesn't affect the price as much in Drip. As permanently locked liquidity is added to the Drip token on the Drip network swap exchange, not only are players able to receive perpetual BNB dividends using the reservoir, but reservoir ensures that the flow of liquidity for Drip is hardened by adding more liquidity to it, providing permanently locked liquidity and long-term price support. When you enter the reservoir contract, you are swapping BNB for a token called drop that is held by the reservoir contract and represents your share of the Drip BNB liquidity pool. So this is exactly what I was mentioning before. You will be getting this drops, but there is no actual token like on CoinGecko or something like that you need to add to your MetaMask. It is just the contract still owns the liquidity, but you have a portion of it just like you would in a liquidity pool. Drop will not fluctuate in value and is pegged one-to-one with Drip BNB, Drip's native liquidity pool token. So you're just getting a portion of the liquidity pool, and the portion of that pool is what will be reflected as the number of drop tokens you have. The amount of drop held by a player determines their share of the dividends. I guess I should read before I tell you that, guys. This because it seems like I'm just repeating myself trying to explain it to you, but it's already explained pretty well in here. All right, the amount of drop held by a player determines their share of the dividends that they will receive from the reservoir's instant and daily dividend pools. When you swap BNB for drop and vice versa, So whenever you sell it or buy it, there's 10% tax. That tax is used to pay BNB rewards to people in the reservoir and lock liquidity in the drip BNB liquidity pool. So of this 10% tax, 2% of the BNB used to buy drop is immediately distributed to people in the reservoir. So anybody that's already in of the 10% tax, kind of like what they do on the faucet, there it's paid out to other people in the faucet. 5% goes into the reservoir pool, which pays out 2% of its balance every day to people in the pool and the reservoir. And the other 3% is firmly locked in the drip liquidity pool. So 3% of that goes straight into the native DEX drip liquidity pool, and 5% of it goes into the reservoir pool, which is paying out 2% daily. So it's kind of like getting the 1% you get from the drip faucet, but in this you're getting 2% of the transactions basically that are being paid out to anyone that has this drop tokens in their wallet. You can always increase your share by compounding or purchasing more drop. So you'll see once I purchase this that as these are paid out based on the transaction of other players in the ecosystem, you'll see these drops available to be claimed, or you can compound them back in, increasing your share. We have also implemented a 1% fee on drip BNB swaps, and this fee goes into the reservoir dividend pool that is distributed daily, proportional to players' drop holdings. This creates an additional stream of BNB into the reservoir contract, which is not dependent on more people buying drop by entering the protocol, by entering the reservoir. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So I could right now just go ahead and buy another drip token. But since I am exploring these other options, I want to show it to you guys. I'm basically going to buy what would be the equivalent of a drip token. So I'm going to put in, since there's 10% tax, I'll put in about $47. Just go round that up because it'd be $4.26 on top of that. So it'd be $46.80 something. So I'm going to get $47 worth of drop instead. So let's look at this. I've already done some of the math. It dropped a little bit. $47. That looks good. So we'll do 0.126 BNB that we're going to purchase right now, which will be in, what did I say, 126? And this will give us 0.008 drops. So that is our percentage of the liquidity pool that we're buying this token for. So I'll be able to check back in on this in a couple of days and see what the payouts are or how much I have accumulated. So this is just a great way to kind of back up your capital. So I might create a strategy going forward, maybe like whatever my total amount of drip is, I want to have the equivalent of 5% in drop or something like that. I'm just sharing this with you guys so you can see how it works. And then I'll do the test to compare it. Definitely, if you're looking to make the long-term financial freedom, that is going to come from drip. But I think this is a nice way to kind of diversify in a way, but kind of double down, support your stake in drip, if you will. So let's go ahead and confirm this. All right, we're waiting. It always runs slower whenever I'm running OBS to do the screen recording. There we go. So my balance should update here. Then it should update here. I don't know if I have to, shouldn't have to refresh. Yeah, there it goes. That changed. And maybe my balance is so small that I may not be able to see the drop here because there's such a small amount. This fractional, maybe it may not support there. Let's do a refresh and see. Might need to have like 0.1 drop or something like that, and that would have been, I don't know how much BNB, but by a 0.008, I may not have enough. Let's see. Doing this live, so this is my first time. Oh, there it goes. So it did show up. Shit, looks like I already got extra because I could have swore that said 0.008, and now I've got 0.009. So maybe I've already gotten some kind of reward. I'm wondering if I can see that anywhere. Let's see. This is a contract balance. total users. So shit, look how many people are in here. So we know we got 90,000 people. Let's see. How many do we have in the faucet? So that just goes to show you how many people are actually using this. Let's scroll down and compare. Where is, I guess it's on the swap. Yeah, not on the faucet, it's on swap. Because that said 3,400 and players here. Players doesn't show up here. Well, we do know where it does show up. I think we're up to 90,000 now. Let's go back. I thought this showed players. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot, guys. But let's go back to the reservoir. So we see that there's 3,400 players in the reservoir. Total value locked is 47 drops. It's paid out 3,500 PNB. Drops locked. Drip. Dividend pool. I think that's just what's deposited in the pool that's currently locked. That is one thing you can do that's different than the drip. I can actually withdraw all my drops right now. If I wanted to, I can take it all out. So that is cool that you're able to take that out. So that's something to keep in mind. But again, it is not going to be as high reward as the drip faucet. So just keep that in mind. I don't have any rewards yet, but you'll be able to come in here compound. So I'll show this in like the next 5 days or so like that. But just goes to show you that I can't pull this out. But remember, there's a 10% tax already on this. So you are only taxed on the deposit and the withdrawal. But compounding, or the selling, I should say, the deposit and the selling. When you claim, you're not taxed, and you're not taxed on compounding. So that is another benefit as well. So we'll see how this shakes up. But look at that, we got 90,000 drippers. So that's 3% that are in the faucet. So that's why I said this is the best kept secret. Not best kept in the sense that it's going to make you a millionaire overnight, but being paid out in BNB and kind of backing up your stake. Because remember, the whole point of being in the faucet is these. That's the sword of the sword and shield protocol. You're looking for BNB to go up as well as the price of drip to go up, so that you can get that 1% daily. But if the price keeps dropping, like we've seen, then it's good to actually put something in like this reservoir drop contract to support the price floor. So obviously my little $40 isn't going to make much of a difference, but imagine if these 90,000 drippers all put in 0.1 BNB, which is what I did. How big of a difference would that make on drip, man? So it's like there's strength in numbers, guys. So that's insane. Well, 3,500 of them are already in, but another 87,000 members are not in the reservoir. So if you're watching this video and you got some BNB laying around, go ahead and put it in, because you're getting paid out in BNB. So yes, you lose the 10%, but with all these sell-offs and new forks and clones, you'll make that back because people are still selling on the price of drip. So I think you'll be able to, we could make a difference if we all band together and actually utilize this. My little channel of 250 members, thank each and every one of you, but I don't think we'll make the difference by ourselves, but maybe you guys can spread the word. And there's no team referrals, no nothing. You can get on this on your own. You can even get into the reservoir without joining a buddy list or anything like that. You just jump in the contract and benefit from think of it kind of like a reflectionary token or a pool, for liquidity pool. So anyway, guys, that's been long enough. Hope you found this helpful and some value. Leave a like, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Lift daily, achieve your impossible. See you guys.